spent some time actually behind the house, testing the theory that the killer might have actually approached the crime scene and escaped from the back, maybe even hopping into a getaway car that he'd conveniently maybe parked on the street behind all those trees. So take me there.
Yeah, actually, there are ways to get away from the back of the house, which we learned today. Take a look. We went up earlier today in the daylight so you could get a better view. Okay, so we are at the back of the house where the murders happened. This is the house right here. You can see the police line is still up. I've shown you this parking lot before. There's this big parking lot right behind because there's an apartment building right over there. But we wanted to show you what's even further back behind the house. So follow me. You walk to the back of the parking lot over here, to the very back corner. And there's this trail right here. And you can tell that other people have walked on it before because the snow is packed down and there's footprints. So possibly students walking up to the neighborhood up above. Come around the trail here. It sort of loops around right by the backyard. Through the trees right here. To this fence line. And basically the little trail continues to loop around. I don't want to go in the backyard of the people who live back here, but we'll show you what's on the other side. Okay, so we're up on the road back behind the house. This house behind me, that path that I showed you, that path connects to the backyard of this house. And there's really a whole other neighborhood up here. We're gonna show you. I'm gonna get in the car and drive you up. And just show you what's up here, because it's interesting. You know, you've got the neighborhood down below where the apartments are, the college students, but up here, if you came up that path, you could have parked up here somewhere. Pan this way and show you. And you come around this corner, there's an intersection here. That's a dead-end street that way. This way is not a dead-end street. This is Ridge Road. So Walenta Drive we were on, this is Ridge Road. You see there's a whole other neighborhood up here. Ton of houses. And that area down below connects to this whole area up here. So you saw, Ashley, go up that path, it connects to that other yard that I showed you, and then you've got a whole nother area up there, a lot of places you could park and a lot of ways to get out.
I have two questions for you. One is, how quickly could you have made it from, say, the back kitchen sliding glass door out through the backyard and through sort of those woods and the trail up to Walenta Road where you were just driving?
Will was with me. What would you say? A minute?
Maybe a minute, but there's also snow.
A minute. There's also snow. Maybe a minute. 45 seconds to a minute if you were really going fast, I would say.
Well, there's snow now, but there wasn't so much snow back then, right? It was pretty good footing at that point as well. Then the other question, it looked to me, and I've only got 10 seconds here, but it looked like it was a perfect place to park a car, dark, no ring cameras anywhere. Nobody would notice anything if a car was parked up there for a killer to go down and do what he needed to do.
Real quick, there is a ring camera up there, one of the houses. I went and tried to find out if it was new or old. The owner didn't want to talk about it, but there are some ring cameras up there, so hopefully police have checked.
Well, certainly that dark, in the dark, that looked like it was pretty remote. It was a treed area that, would have been easy to be driving around without anybody seeing you park and take your leave. Brian, thank you. Excellent work as always. And I'm so glad you took us there because I've been so curious about that particular area.